can you speak to the Article 13, Article 11 that passed the EU hearing yesterday, and now is going to be the law that passes next month, which even the left admits ends the internet. It breaks the internet. So the EU is falling apart. It's authoritarian. So their answer is break the internet, which America created. Good luck, bitches.
Yeah, more censorship. They just want that stronghold, that boot on the throat of anybody that has a dissenting opinion. And we see that happening here. That's the scary part. It's exactly what you were just saying. You know, we need to utilize whatever platform we can broadcast on that allows us for the time being. I can't put my shows on YouTube. They kick me off in a second.
Du hast Mitch. I hate you. Well, I hate you too, George Soros. Talk about a pioneer, and it's true. Had #1 show on talk radio in the stations they were on, even beating Howard Stern, and then, of course, got kicked off radio. And then, of course, then was more of a libertarian conservative voice on XM and was one of the top shows and got kicked off. And that's why I just love the fact that he just came back stronger with the whole operation that he runs. And, of course, ladies and gentlemen, we're also going to take a few of your calls, as I promised to, and I apologize that I made you hold. Anthony Cumia is here with us with Compound Media. And you never really plug yourself, but spend a few minutes, because people need to understand, when they go out and they get a membership or they support you, they're already awake. You're funny. You're great. You're the guy I listen to, because I've got a membership. Never told anybody that, but I do. When I'm on the elliptical or I want to have some fun, like it's serious, but it's a little more witty, and I'm serious. It's a little more fun. I listen to you. And so different strokes for different folks. People need to be subscribers to Compound Media. They need to support it because it flies in the face of everything the establishment's trying to do and what they're trying to kill. So tell folks how they become members of Compound Media.
It's unbelievable these days where you can be fired, and fired isn't just fired anymore. You're not getting another job. You're exiled from the business just for not going along, you know, the party line.
You said it was wrong to shoot cops in the back of the head for no reason, and so they sent you to the Phantom Zone.
That's what happens these days. If it doesn't align with their political ideology, you are done. So I wanted to make a platform with Compound Media that doesn't have to answer to anyone, advertise to anyone. I answer to my audience, and whatever they want to hear, that's what I'm supplying them with absolute immunity from the political correctness and garbage that we have to deal with, that we've seen people lose careers and reputations over. That's it. I answer to the viewers, period.
That's how it works. We're going to go to break. I'm going to take a few calls. I'm going to get out of here because I know you got a lot to cover, but I promised to go to some of these calls, so thanks for letting me jump in here. What do you make of the hoax that Trump's being mean to these kids? And then even when he says, okay, we won't separate the families, which you probably shouldn't do. I think that's probably wrong. It's dangerous. And then they go, oh, no, now we don't want that. We want total amnesty. And now they're trying to block the executive order. I mean, these people are just, they're so evil. I can't even believe it.
Who didn't see this, though? We've seen it before. They don't care about children. Stop it. It's so politically motivated. It's so obvious. From the day Donald Trump started running for president, he's been tearing away this cover that they've been under for decades and decades. And we're finally seeing how this disgusting machine is working and how it's screwed us for almost the entirety of the United States of America. He's finally peeled the cover off, and now they just can't lie enough. We see they were clamoring about these kids, that they need to be put together with their parents. Trump signs an executive order. It happens, and now I'm reading Twitter. It's not good enough. They literally want to welcome Matt at the border. Come on in, make yourself at home. You'll never have to go to a hearing or go before a judge. You are now Americans by proxy.
But then when we fly in from anywhere, we get a proctology exam.
Yeah. American citizens are under the tightest scrutiny whenever they want to move, even within this country. You'll notice you're scrutinized, but they could just come in and live their lives. It's awful.
Meanwhile, you fly to Mexico, they give you a card, they call the hotel, they check it, and you got a day you come in, a day you don't get out. If you don't, they arrest your ass and fine you. But that's okay.
That's fine.
And Mexico should be doing that, man. They got South America and Central America below them. That place is melting down. Anthony Cumia is straight ahead. He's on fire. By the way, notice that Compound Media is on Amazon. And everybody's asked me, why are you on Amazon, but you're critical of Amazon? Well, it's like saying I'm married to a lady and I criticize her sometimes. Doesn't mean. Bezos has his problems, okay? But Amazon's a great platform. But Apple iTunes won't let us put our videos on there anymore. They sent us a message back saying it's racist. Google wouldn't let me sell the Obama deception saying it's racist. It criticizes Obama. It's nothing to do with what color he is. And yes, all my films are on Amazon. By the way, we never sold any of them digitally on Amazon, okay, until they started writing articles every day for 3 months saying ban me off Amazon. Now we're got a big revenue stream from it, actually. So thanks for the $100,000. That helps fund things. Literally, 100 grand we've made the last 3 months since they get his videos off, ban them on Amazon. Good Lord, it's the most horrible thing we've ever seen. I was like, whoa, I even forgot we made videos. Nobody buys those anymore, even though they're effective. Get the word out, we put them out for free. But you see Compound Media is on there. He's got his own platform, but he also is on Amazon. But the fact that the left is everywhere saying, get rid of Alex Jones. Well, don't you understand, once they kick me off Amazon and they set that precedent, it's like it's digital book burning. A video is like a book. Then it's going to be Anthony Cumia, and that's where we are. Can you speak to the Article 13, Article 11 that passed the EU hearing yesterday and now is going to be the law that passes next month, which even the left admits ends the internet. It breaks the internet. So the EU's falling apart. It's authoritarian. So their answer is break the internet, which America created. Good luck, bitches.
Yeah, more censorship. They just want that stronghold, that boot on the throat of anybody that has a dissenting opinion. And we see that happening here. That's the scary part. It's exactly what you were just saying. You know, we need to utilize whatever platform we can broadcast on that allows us for the time being. I can't put my shows on YouTube. They kick me off in a second. Why? Racism, homophobia, Islamophobia? No, because I am not along their line of what they
because
believe.
You're effective, because you were #1 on terrestrial radio, because you're a winner.
Yeah.
People think you're the best race car driver, you're the best boxer, you win. Not in media. When you're the best, they bury your ass. And I've proven it.
Yeah. They consider you a danger. They don't want you. That's why the liberals, and a lot of times they don't want people speaking on college campuses if they're conservatives, because they don't want their people to even hear you, because it's a fear of somebody in that
Because they're a cult. Let's be clear. You had arguably the #1 or #2 show on XM, and you were kicked off of it because you said people shooting random cops in the back of the head at gas pumps were animals. They are animals. They're worse than animals, like when Trump called MS-13 animals. You were fired for being #1.
I use the word savage all the time, animals, said they're not acting like they're human beings. Well, I think that describes somebody that wants to shoot anybody in the back of the head. It's an animalistic, savage behavior. And yes, I was called racist and tossed off of the air. That's where we are. I mean, they have the ability to destroy people's careers. And fortunately, I was able to rise from the ashes with Compound Media. And this is where we are now. And I appreciate the fact that I can now speak unfettered by politics and sponsors.
But it pisses them off. It pisses them off.
It really does piss them off, and we get targets on them. I've seen what they've done to you, Alex, man. They won't leave you alone because you're effective. You make people think, and they don't want people on their side going, huh, wow, you know something? I'll think about that a little. They'd rather you not be heard, and that's their goal, to stop you from being heard.
You've got a lot coming up today. I promise to take a few of these calls. Everybody I don't go to gets a free $30 whatever they want. I have this new rule. If somebody holds over an hour, I don't go to them. They get a free $30 whatever they want. They want to be on air. But you give us your email, and we'll call you, and it's a big hassle for customer service. We'll do it. I apologize. I want to go to a few calls here, but just front and center on your radar, what's the #1 issue? I harped all over the hoax of the border, but the other stuff, the economy coming back, the best since 1957, they're now admitting. Even that schmuck Bill Maher gets on TV and says, God, let's crash the economy. He didn't call for recession. He said, crash it to stop Trump. I mean, these really are terrorists. I mean, they really are seditious a-holes. He's worth $100 million, man. You know, I got family that can barely pay for gas, you know, and the idea of a depression for my family, a lot of my people, is not, it's violent to say, I want a crashing economy, so we discredit Trump. Bill Maher is trying to hurt my family, man. It pisses me off.
That's what he wants. He has no, he doesn't want America to do well. None of them do, really. They want Trump to fail so that they can yell impeachment and hope that they have a candidate to run against him. And that's their goal right now.
What happens if they are able to implode the economy and they've all been cheerleading for it to fall? Don't they get the blame?
Well, you know, there's a lot of idiots out there that just eat up everything Schumer and Pelosi say. But like I said, it's getting harder and harder for them to lie. When Pelosi says that the tax cut was bad and you have that paycheck in your hand and there's more of your money for you and your family to spend, it's really tough for her to try to tell you that's a bad thing. So I love that all this is being exposed. And I think when the election comes around, the midterms and the presidential election in a few more years, that we're going to see a result of that.
What are they? Let's just surmise that we keep winning, which I think right now we're going to do if people stay focused and awake, get involved. And they can't bully us into backing off. And all of the world globalism's in trouble. It's, you know, leftist corporations running the planet. That's in trouble. What are they going to do as it dawns that they're completely losing? Because they just double down with lying. They get more arrogant. But I'm starting to see signs that they realize that they're going to lose. What do they do at that point?
Man, the sky's the limit with these people. I don't know. Like I said, 6 months ago, you were like, this is as crazy as it could possibly be. And then 6 months later, you're like, oh, my God.
I asked you that question like 6 months ago. I said, what is peak crazy? And you said, I don't think we've hit it yet.
It's insane, but I don't put anything past them. But when you see crowds like for Trump, like we saw in Duluth last night, and everywhere he goes, this guy's a rock star, and they can't raise 10 people unless Beyonce's singing, that tells you something. And I think they're seeing, they don't understand that between New York and Los Angeles, why it's a 5.5-hour flight, there's a lot of America down there that they don't pay attention to. And
let me ask you that, because I love East Coast folks. They're super smart, funny, great. I love West Coast people that are like the real people, but it's like this scum that just travels around, is always chasing the best buck or whatever, that call themselves East Coast, West Coast, and they have a disdain for 95% of the country. Why? Why? What is this weird thing that, like, people think I'm from Texas, so I'm married to my sister?
I don't know what their plan is. I know there's a more nefarious plan in the upper echelon of the left, but I don't understand how people get so caught up and chase them and stay in that little liberal bubble when it's so obvious that there's lying going on and utter deception by the media that is obviously left-wing run. I don't know what their motive is for adhering to that and to the cost of us having a great country. I just don't get it.
And they arrested all these people yesterday that were trying to kill Republican congressmen. I'm sure you saw that. I mean, I run into these liberals, they run up to me, man, and it's a minority of people. Because most liberals, old-fashioned liberals, are listeners. I'm not even a conservative. I'm just a libertarian like I guess you are. Yeah. I'm just a common sense, like a pro-America guy. And these people scream and yell lies at me. And then when I talk back to them, all 3 women in Hawaii when I was on vacation for a week and a half, all 3 women got in my face with their husbands, bowed up at me. And when I just nicely talked back, they went, get away, I'm calling security. So I don't even get to talk back to them. I mean, they're just liars. No. They're liars.
It's a jump to violence. My friend, comic Nick DiPaolo, he just got punched in the eye at a comedy club for telling jokes that a woman didn't like. A Birkenstock-wearing girl punched him in the eye. Crazy.
And then like that kid that was caught attacking the adults, when the adult shoves him down, he cries and bitches. When you fight back, then they freak out.
You're right. Because they're not used to it. We don't usually fight back. We like discussion.
Exactly, but we're starting to fight back, and we're winning. Yes. We'll be back.
One of the most incredible cups of coffee can be found in the high mountains of southern Mexico, where the Chiapas farmers have spent years perfecting their techniques. Based off hundreds of years of traditional techniques and perfect conditions, we've sourced only the best to provide you with our immune support and Wake Up America Patriot Blend coffee. Ancient Mayan knowledge is paired with the natural fertility of the land to generate the world's finest coffee bean. Carefully harvested and free of toxic chemicals used in big agricultural productions, Patriot Blend coffees have a smooth, bold flavor with great depth. to give you just what you need in the morning. You can even choose to start your morning healthier with the Immune Support Blend, infused with a powerful blend to support your immune response and stamina. It's time to take care of your morning routine. Get a bag of Patriot Blend coffee to support the show while enhancing your morning routine at InfoWarsStore.com.